And you're listening to TGLF 89.3 FM. Welcome back to the Relationship Whisperer Show with Miss Dragonfly, where we discuss all things relationships with the aim to make marriage great again. And joining me back today again, after taking a bit of a hiatus last week, Louis.
I tried to run away, but they got dragged back into it again.
Oh, you're not going to get away that easily. Eh?
No, it's good to be back and on this very most necessary show.
Yes, it really is. I mean, we had the, as you know, recent shooting and assassination of Charlie Kirk in the US.
Oh, dear.
And so, yes, that's been dominating the news all around the world. And that's what I covered last week.
So why did you bring it up again?
Because it's very important. Today we're going to be talking about how do you assess whether or not the person you're dating is the real deal or not. And because we can see the example of Charlie Kirk, and after he was assassinated, his widow, I mean, she was absolutely grieving, but she stepped up and she made an impassionate speech about his killing, and now she's recently been voted unanimously. You might
just be all emotional there.
To be the new CEO of Turning Point USA. I mean, Charlie Kirk's organisation that he founded when he was only 18. And like I think he practiced what he preached. He married young and had 2 small children. And that's what he left behind. That's really sad. But also you can see their marriage.
I heard her giving a talk, but this was prior to, this was months ago.
Yeah.
And, wow, you can see why I married her.
Yeah. I mean, they're saying they're
really
compatible.
Smart,
it was
really,
and she was also a beauty queen as well. She was in a beauty pageant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, looks don't last that long.
It doesn't last long, but I mean, and she's actually 5 years older than he is.
That's a rarity, isn't it?
That is a rarity, but it looked to be on that, and really it's the quality, the character of the person. That's what lasts, and that's what it's important, and that's what makes a marriage great, because that sort of thing does last, but looks don't. So he got the beauty as well.
Well,
she came
he
with
didn't last very long either.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. They made preparation. I mean, look, they had a solid marriage, a very happy one. I have to say that they, to my knowledge, I think they had a traditional marriage. So before, of course, he went out and, with 2 small children, she'll be the one looking at home. But you know what? They acted as a partner, and this is what I'm saying about a marriage. It'd be like a right hand and a left hand. So what happens when, in this case, the right hand would have been Charlie and left hand would have been Erica, his wife, his widow. So he's gone. The right hand's missing now. So what happens? The left hand has to step up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Take in, and that's what she's doing.
Yep, and then whenever we've ever had an injury and we can't use a certain body part, we soon realise how much we used it. How much we missed
it. And
sore shoulder or something, or a sore arm, and you can't use it anymore.
And then, though, another part has to try to compensate.
Yeah.
True? Mm-hmm. That's what a true partnership is. And that is what they had. And she... In terms of stepping up, I mean, he was there out advising and helping young men, didn't he? To be, to not be in your parents' basement and playing video games all day.
Yeah.
To be out there, having a family, being a provider.
Yeah.
Having faith.
Well, he was inspirational.
Yeah, inspirational. And because of that, he's inspired so many college and high school students over there want to create more chapters and want to join his organisation now. So inspired by him. But now his widow, Erica, she stepped up and she's going to be guiding and giving out advice to young women who have, I should say, led astray by so much feminism and indoctrination they've got. over on the left that you don't need family, you don't need to get married, you don't need children. By God, you don't need children. You don't want them to be a bother to you, do you? That's kind of like the pervading attitude.
Yeah.
So gonna, that's the sort of marriage that we should all aim for.
Yeah, it's a demonstration
it's a demonstration of what happens when you get it right.
Yeah.
So
it was a team event.
It's a team. It's a team. It's a team. You're looking for your other half. If you're a man, you're looking for your left hand.
There's no I in team.
Yeah.
But there is me.
Me. And so if you're a woman, you're looking for the right hand. So just think of how much more that you can do with another hand. And I was listening to one.
Well, would it help to try to get an extra hand?
Yeah.
Have 3 or 4 of them.
3 or 4 of them, then you have a fight, eh? And you have a fight. Well,
one hand extra's enough.
That's why polygamous marriages.
Yeah, you can't divorce your own hand, can you? This is like you, right hand. I've had enough of you. That's it. We're separating.
I'm going to find another hand. That's what they do. Kind of better one. But, that's why polygamous marriages don't work very well. Because, very hard with a group of people.
Yeah, very hard.
Very hard. So they don't work well.
No.
There's always going to be some sort of jealousy or then. Just think about it. The more number of people you have, the harder it is to come to a decision or consensus, isn't it? Like a committee. Too many.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why what detracts from it. I mean, be the right hand and the left hand, and they've demonstrated what you can get from picking and choosing the right partner. So if Charlie just
well, that's why the good ones don't last very long, is it? Because
they get snapped up.
When you know somebody's high quality, like wow, how smart or how beautiful or how sophisticated or whatever, they get snapped up, don't they?
They're seeing about high value people.
Yeah.
Yeah. They do. However, like I said, unfortunately, the ones that actually deserve the marriage material, like I say, marriage material women, they get overlooked.
Yeah.
So they don't get snatched up.
Yeah, because they're not out in the nightclubs. They're not out wearing the makeup and the high heels.
The high heels, and that's what men choose. And then they complain.
Or at the gym or something.
Yeah, and then they complain, how come they're not acting like a housewife, like a wife?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the old saying is find a mother and marry the daughter. Find a good mother and then marry the daughter.
But we will go into it. So today our show would be based on, we've talked about what you need how in a partner, how you need to match up, the points that you need to match up with in a partner. Get along. Which are the 3 main points. I mean,
3 main points?
Yeah, get along naturally as you are. Now, this is something that couples even stumble at, even this one bit, because they try to put on be something they're not.
Yeah,
just to get along.
Men try to peacock.
And women I don't know what they do.
It's way worse than that.
Way worse than that, trying to be something they're not, So naturally.
I can walk in these things. They're called stilts, love.
Should I say they're not that tall? I think what you mean by is high heels.
High heels, and it's like the high heel shoes. Like, how can you walk in them?
Yeah, well, yeah. So get along naturally as you are, share the same values, and have the same goals. That's very broad, but those are the factors you must. But and there are other things as well which we'll go through. But so when you're at the dating stage, how do you know if this person really is, one, genuine, they are what they say or they present themselves to be, and what do the actions that they do say about them? How you can pick.
Well,
this is and do your assessment. This is very important because at this stage,
there's a lot more ways of communicating than just by verbiage. You know, there's all these things like inference and there's so many. And if you even see the certain psychologists who take a thing by frame, and they actually look at, you give away micro expressions, and there's all these little tells about what's going on in someone for emotionally inside. And so what you see is what you get. That's the key. You know, like no veneer. Try like this. You don't put a veneer over your.
Yeah.
You know,
course.
you might just be an old bit of chipboard, but if it's got a nice veneer over it, you might think, oh, it's a nice. It looks like real timber.
So I think
until you pour water over it and it falls apart.
All right. So on that, we'll go to some music and we'll be right in it, going through. Spotting the green and red flags and what the truth is in the early stages of dating.
And the veneers.
And the veneers. So you don't waste your time, I guess.
Now, apparently there's a good book about that.
Oh?
Yeah, so on relationships. There's a really good book that talks about that.
Yeah. And what he's referring to is
that
book.
one.
This one.
That looks familiar. Yeah, that might be
partner. Reminder you to
What's it called again?
Your complete partner.
Oh dear.
And
who wrote that, I wonder?
And reminder, you can download your free copy from my website, makemarriageGreatAgain.net. Okay, and that we'll go to some music and we'll be right back and into it. And before we can get to marriage, we do the dating phase first.
Oh, the great fun part.
Yes, but before you say I do, learn what to look for and what to run from. You know, dating today feels like a minefield. I mean,
or what to run to.
Right, to run to, yeah.
The hills. Run to the hills.
Look, dating today feels like a minefield, isn't it? I mean, everyone puts their best face forward. Don't they? But,
you've got more than one face?
You know what I mean.
Oh, two-faced.
Yeah, two-faced. But how do you know what's real and what's just for show? Really? So...
what lies beyond...
So we're just going to uncover the green flags, red flags...
beneath the mask.
Yeah, and practical ways to test whether your partner really is who they claim to be. So...
hire a private investigator?
I think you can get away with a lot cheaper and quicker.
Oh, you can?
Yeah. Okay. So... I'll go through some of the green flags first.
Green flags?
Green flags. What's a goer? What's a goer with someone? I mean, look, you really are looking for the character, aren't you? Assess the character, nature of the person.
Yeah. I mean, well... not all men, I'm sure.
Not all men.
Don't really care too much about the character.
Oh, okay. Then you don't complain.
It's the 34, 24, 30, whatever it is.
Ratio.
You know? Yeah, that's more so. The character comes way down the list for many people.
For many people, then do they marry on that?
Yeah, well, they do a lot.
They do, and then so they can't complain.
Yeah, so if they find one like that, they go, "Oh, I want to marry that." So
then they marry it.
Yeah,
and then and then afterwards they complain. Oh, she never did anything. She was fake. She was blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't marry for all the other qualities. You just married for her body. Then, so that's what you got.
She had long nails when you married her.
Yeah.
When you first met, her nails were longer than your fingers.
So do you think
she's not washing the dishes? The gloves won't fit. You say, oh, how it comes we keep buying all these new rubber gloves?
Oh, not only that. Not only that means she doesn't touch
the fingers are cutting out through the end.
She doesn't do anything. Probably the only way she stays slim is going to the gym, not do any work. Yeah, like I say, there are a number of eastern suburbs housewives that pay for a cleaner and a cook to come home and do it, so they have time to go to the gym.
And then they go for lunch and then they put their fingers down the throat to spew it all up. So they can go and have another lunch again.
Oh,
that way they can get two lunches.
Yeah, you're talking about like ancient Roman parties. They have like, they eat and then, slaves come in with a vomit pot for them to vomit so they continue eating. Anyway, we're not talking about ancient Rome.
Oh, dear.
All right, green flags.
Well, that would be. Oh no, that's
no. The first thing is basically consistency between words and actions. Yeah, testing someone's character. Do they have the authority of their convictions? Okay, can you rely on anything they say, or are they just full of hot air? You know what I mean by people out there, they're able to be BS kind of thing.
Well, they soon get revealed because you've got to be true to the word. Above all else, be true to thy word.
Do they?
They call it in Australia true blue.
True blue? Yeah. Okay. So, do they keep their word? Do they do what they say they were going to do?
Yeah.
Okay. That is a strength of character.
Yeah, of course. If they're totally dependable.
Yeah, are they dependable?
If they keep their word, it means they're totally dependable. Come hell or high water, they will keep their word.
Yeah.
Yeah, true blue.
Yeah. So otherwise, I mean, you don't know whether or not anything they promise is going to be kept. You don't have any confidence in what they're saying, wouldn't you? So, that's something...
Or little confidence.
Yeah.
We can't say any, but...
It's like if they say they're going to come around around at this time, do they actually do it?
Yeah.
I think that there's ridiculous people who say, okay, we'll go tomorrow. Okay, this time at the station. Yeah, this time. And then they don't turn up. And then for hours they don't turn up.
And if they leave you hanging and waiting without letting you know, I mean, that's just terrible. If you're not going to make an appointment, even if you're running 5 minutes late, you should actually let the other person know.
Yeah.
If you're running 5 minutes late, you need to let the other person know.
It's really bad, and I'll tell you, especially, late to a date or whatever. I'll give you an example. There is this the woman say, okay, they're going to meet. They were on a date, going to go on a date. They're going to meet this time at this place. Okay, at the wharf, they're going to go on a ferry or whatever. Okay, and she had to take the train and come and then walk from the station. It took over an hour for her to get there. She got on time. He wasn't. Whereas he lived like 10 minutes walk. He wasn't there. Because it's nature. I mean, that is the height of rudeness.
I think it still haunts me a bit today. I was going on a date with this beautiful girl, and I was supposed to meet her to pick her up after she finished work on one Saturday night in Parramatta, and it was the day before mobile phones.
Yeah.
And I slept in. I went, I'll have a little sleep first before we go out, because we'd pick her up at 10 or something. We're going to go dancing or something like that. And it was like 11:30 I'd arrived, and she was still there standing at the side of the road.
Oh, my God.
And it was windy. It was windy.
Oh. I'm surprised she's still there.
I know. I was just like, oh, my God, I was so...
So what?
I was so embarrassed. It was so horrible, like you could do that to someone. I mean, if you was the phones, you could ring them up and say, but if they don't know, then,
Yeah.
Anyhow, so...
Yeah, and why?
Digress.
Yeah, that was bad. But why was it rude? Because he was only 10 minutes walk away, and he could not be bothered to turn up on time.
Yeah.
Whereas how much more effort does it take her to get there?
Yeah.
Is that the height of rudeness and disrespect or what?
Yes.
So. There's there is no excuse for that type of so if that's the case, there's no respect there. I'd say that circumstance, just give the other person the flick. She should have given him the flick just there.
Yeah.
What all can say? Oh yeah, I'm sorry, I'm late. That's it.
But there again, I mean, sometimes with people, you need to bring out their flaws first. You need to say, look, this is how I feel about this. This was inappropriate. I need to bring it to your attention, and then you need to know if it happens again or not.
Well, it's his
some
nature.
People get it.
His nature, he just can't make it on time.
But I don't know if the word nature is correct, is it? Because is it embedded in our DNA? That's the way you are, and there's no possibility of change. Well, of course, that's not the case.
There's some people you can't force people.
Yeah, I understand that. You're dead correct on that one. There's some people, but it doesn't mean you say all the people.
No, I know
if
that's
change
all
is
the
possible, then change is possible for everything and everyone.
No.
It's possible. Change is possible.
No, you cannot change someone's nature.
Yes, you can.
And they all they do is they put on the mask. They try to trying to be something they're not.
Yeah, okay.
And it's very uncomfortable.
The ugly psyche reveals its ugly head.
Do not think that you can change someone. You cannot.
Yeah, but I mean, look, the change is possible for people. Like sometimes, yes, how many times in life
it's only if
have we done something until somebody brings something to us, and we go, "Are you aware you're like this?" And you go, "Aha, I wasn't aware of that, and now I am." And then you change and you don't do it anymore.
You see, the big
and it's
difference,
like how many times we've grown up, and how many times in life have we go, oh yeah, that's inappropriate, I wouldn't be doing that. Like if you notice, young people always put their seat out. I don't go on the train very much, but the things, and all these people putting their feet up on the train, on the other people's chairs, where other people will sit down. But when you get older, I notice the older people don't do it, you see, and so until it's brought to that person's attention, you know that's inappropriate.
They know that, and you can risk a fine. You can be fined, but they don't care.
But you know it's inappropriate. It's like it's not for getting away with a fine or whatever, but you're doing that to another person. You see, another human being or whatever. And then when somebody gets that, they go, "Aha, that's correct. I shouldn't do that." You see, so there's change right there. There's the demonstration how change. 1 minute they were like this and doing that and couldn't care less, and then the next minute, because somebody brought it to them, they change and they don't do it anymore.
It doesn't matter. Look, the main difference is if they want to change.
I understand. Yeah. Yes, it's right, and I understand your sentiment as well. Obviously, there's a lot of people who just are veneers, and that's what most of us are. Most of us are putting on a show or an act. We're like a poseur. We've put some pose on, you know, and because we've got to deal with other people all the time. And so I think the moral of the story here is you've got to be real. What is it they said in Shakespeare? Above all else, be true to thyself.
So, yeah, just pay. Yeah.
Is there any songs of that title these days?
So. But anyway, like I was saying, just pay attention to them, whether or not there's consistency between what they say and what they do. Okay, not just even keeping their word.
Well, usually that's with timelines, isn't it? I'll see you there at 8. I'll see you there at 7. Are they there at 12 past? Or,
but look,
or are they there at 1:45?
But on another side, apart from what they say they'll do that, so I think this actually applies to women a lot. If they keep sprouting up all the feminist stuff. For example, or the leftist feminist, I'm strong, independent woman. Don't you think that I'm not capable? And on and on and on she goes.
They won't say that until after the check.
Yeah. Check, what check? Yeah. And then they expect you to just pick up the bill like that. Which, as a man, especially the first date, you should be doing anyway. But it's a matter of attitude, you see. If there's no pretense with her, you know, she's a woman, okay, and it's traditional, she expects to be looked after, that's fine, she's consistent. Rather than being a hypocrite. So that's the other thing, you know. So that's what you find a lot of leftists and feminists even. When it comes to it, when it hits the pocket, nah, I'm not a feminist then.
Yeah.
You see?
Or them environmentalists when you take away their plastic phone.
Yeah.
With a Gorilla Glass or lithium battery.
Or not only that, just sunglasses.
And
it's
data servers, using a data server. But they don't want to be separated from that.
Yeah, or even sunglasses, which is actually all plastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. or even nowadays, your spectacles are plastic a lot of the time.
Or the earphones or something like that.
Yeah, or earphones or that, and they're still wearing a polyester clothing, which is all plastic.
And they still walk around with a pair of shoes on, which has a sole.
That's not real rubber.
Yeah, so they're... you don't see many of them walking around in bare feet in the winter.
No, but yeah, so that's the thing. But, you know, and basically, do they have respect for your boundaries, your time and your values as well? You know, I think they're the same. Do you respect... a certain thing for you that's a no-go area, or don't waste your time. Yeah, with all this nonsense like.
So this is like you got to cut to the chase as quick as you can, sort of, really.
Yeah.
And so, like, especially for a woman, because the time is on a clock.
Yeah, women unfortunately have a biological clock. Like I say, there's only so many. She can only work realistically from 20 to 35, so it's only 15 years, and that's very short. And she has to be able. And a pregnancy is 9 months, so she has to meet someone, form a relationship. That's solid enough to take to marriage and have a family. And then how many kids can you have during that time? It's not you don't have many time much. Like say you're like a 35-year-old woman going dating, she'll be panicking. How can she find someone, establish a relationship, and have 3 kids?
Yeah,
she can't. So that's the sort of thing. Do not waste women's time. Like I tell men, if you do not intend to marry or have children, especially, do not date young women.
Yeah. Okay. So I reckon it's really good advice for men as well.
Yeah.
Because men really don't know that.
Yeah.
They don't have that pressure.
You don't have that pressure.
And so we don't think about it.
Yeah. If you don't want to get married and have children, do not date young women. Choose a woman at least in their late 40s where children is no longer an issue. It doesn't come into it. Then you're fine. Okay. But then the men still want the pretty young one because it radiates fertility, but you don't want children. So do not waste her time. They muck up her chances of that because, like I say, what's going to happen? She will resent you. Even if she can't do anything physically to you, imagine for the rest of her life, she'll be, and she's missed the chance to have a child. What do you think will happen? She will vent at you and curse you. And
you don't
the
want
rest
that.
Are like, you don't want that, but that's what she will do. And you can understand why she do that.
Yeah.
Because she's just ruined her chances of motherhood by leading her along.
Yeah.
Do not, like I say again, do not date young women if you do not want children. Get married and have children.
Yeah.
They may say I'm fine or whatever, just so because they don't want to scare you off. But that is really the intention, and especially women in their 20s or even 30s, which it's actually the pointy end. That's the thing that men are scared off by women in the 30s because they know what they want. Yeah,
and they're pretty, They
don't have time.
They don't have time to muck around.
They don't have time to muck around.
They cut right to the chase. How much money you make last year?
All right. So are you ready to get married?
Yeah.
Like I was saying, and that's why even online dating, a lot of men actually lie and say, "Yeah, I want children," because if they say no, then the women would not pick them.
Yeah, is that right?
Yeah, that's tricking.
Whoa! So you got to be careful.
Yeah,
you don't do
what
that.
Young women look at that and see, even say, I think normally they say the part where in the dating profiles you got to fill in certain bits, things like age, height and education level, and it's also religion,
income.
No, not necessarily.
Okay.
But like religion, ethnicity, yes, and would you like children or not? And there's usually 3 options: yes, no, and undecided. So a lot of the men would put undecided just to give the, not saying absolute no, but give the woman hope. They undecided.
Yeah.
I say do not do that, and especially
So has anybody done a test with that? Like just clicked yes, and then somebody's clicked no for children, and undecided, and it was like the same looking person. Same
no one
photograph,
has, but it'd be interesting.
Same photograph, same. Oh yeah, make this much money.
But you don't really know until you actually contact. You don't really know that they don't want children. There's just a light on the profile until you actually meet them.
But on the description, you could say, I'm actually looking for a long-term relationship where I want to have 2 to 3 children. I'm looking for the right mother. And I'm wondering if somebody says, no, I'm just looking for a good time. I don't want kids at all. And then put it out and see what the results are.
So that's a big thing. The women would go say, nah, right. And they know that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Unless the woman doesn't want kids either.
Okay, unless the woman, and then she'll put no on her profile, and then she'll be popular with men.
That's for sure.
Yeah, but that's and I hope those women do not lie just to get a date on that, because that's really bad.
Do you reckon that they would?
Some of them do. I think some of them do, and that's very sad. So she has to lie that, and hopefully then you'll get him on, and then he might change his mind. Like I say, it's very different. A woman say, I want children, get married, children, and have children, so I'll go and find a partner to have them with.
Yeah.
A man would say that, yeah, I like children, but if I find the right partner, only if I find the right partner. It sounds kind of like this, you first hear it sounds the same, but it's really not. One is an absolute must, the other has a contingency.
Yeah.
For the contingency there. Only in this circumstance.
Yeah.
Which is very, very different. Okay, ladies? Yeah, and so, personally, respect for your time. It just means not waste your time actually turning up on time that they're supposed to. That's valuing your time as well and respecting you. Okay, another thing, another green flag is financial responsibility without being miserly. So, because, look, there's that dreaded M word again, money. Okay, they say money doesn't make the world go round, and you keep hearing say, oh, not many relationship experts actually deal with this subject, the money subject, because it seems so materialistic and uncool and put people off, but it's a reality. Any relationship expert that does not deal with this issue, you cannot take seriously. Okay? That means that every other advice they give is just feel-good advice. It's not real then. It's not based on real life. But yeah, because look, money is necessary to survive in this society.
Western world especially.
But yeah, not just Western world, anywhere in the world.
Well, not anywhere, but
okay, unless you're a hunter-gatherer.
Yeah, that's somewhere in the world.
Okay, yeah, in modern life.
That's why I said the Western world.
No, Western world. What about the East?
Well, that's why I said in particular.
No, the East is even more important because about survival. It's modern life.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Anywhere right. Modern life in the world.
Done.
Yeah. Why do you think there's so much what a corruption in Africa and those countries? Money. Yeah. So, it money provides comfort, and that's also why women try to marry into money. A lot of people, not just women, a lot of people try to marry into money because it'll give you an easier life. True.
Yep.
But
it means not having to work and
all that. But also, if you have someone draining you financially, the love was just also going to be drained away. True.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone...
For the large part.
Yeah, large part, spending the money you've...
Unless you're sort of them people who are just completely oblivious to it, and they just keep getting... Keep
going to work and there's no money.
But do it anyways because they're so happy because they're with that person.
Because that person's so beautiful or something?
Something like that.
But how long can that last for? Until they're unable to work anymore.
Yeah.
There's no more money and then that person leaves you.
Depleted.
Yeah. And then no more money? Yeah, the person leaves you.
Yeah.
So?
No man, no hun.
Yeah.
Got no money, got no car, honey. You got no woman, and there you are.
No but really, yeah, no one wants to be financially drained. You want to, because, like I say, a spender and saver, it would never work. As I say, the saver will feel painful. It's painful for the saver. That when they see the money that they've worked hard for gone and been spent willy-nilly.
Well, I was listening to this show, and this guy said he was ringing up a talk host, somebody like yourself.
Yeah.
And he was saying, and somebody rings up and he says, I've got some relationship problem. He goes, oh, well, what is it? Tell us what's the story. He says, well, I'm worth about $30-odd million. Yeah. He said, well, I haven't told my wife. How long you been married? 5 years? What? He says, I just live on that we live on. I says, I get a normal basic wage. He says, why on earth are you doing that for? And he says, because if she knew, it would be all gone.
So you shouldn't have married her.
She would spend a lot within minutes. It would be all gone.
Then he shouldn't have married her.
He says, I'm just too scared to tell her. So he pretends he's broke, like he's working in a job.
And then so that's the pressure on you, you know, your life trying to keep pretending, you're living a fake life.
Yeah.
You know, then he should not have married her.
Most people fake their life the opposite way. They're broke, but pretend they're rich.
Yeah.
He had to pretend he's poor.
Yeah, he's poor. But yeah, you know, but living with someone that's too tight-ass is very uncomfortable as well.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so the person needs to be reasonable, be financially responsible without being a tight ass, miserable. Being miserable about it. Because when they're going to insist you are as well, and then that's very uncomfortable for you.
We went to visit some relatives back in Scotland, and then there's so we went to the toilet, and then this thing, as soon as you walk out the door, they turn the electric heater off, and then they hear you coming towards it, and then they turn it back on again. It's because
I would have thought you actually take more power to do that. Use up more power to do that. Turn it on. False economy.
Yeah.
But anyway, yes. Another thing is, it's also a green flag if they've got a good relationship with their family. I mean, look, a balanced relationship, not, you know, being enmeshed in it. Like all they have, it's just constantly around their family, and they do whatever their family says and that sort of thing. Then it becomes uncomfortable. But also, then you know what's going to happen when you marry? That means their family is going to know everything that you're doing in your doing, and they're going to influence your marriage through your partner. They're going to tell their son or daughter, go whatever. No, you should do this and that. Yeah, then that becomes very difficult.
Yeah.
But you want someone to have be good with their good relationship with their family, because that means they also have family values. And so that's what they're used to.
And then if they do, then they can bring the family with them.
Yeah.
And then you've got to cop all their problems too.
Yeah,
especially if you're the guy who's got cash.
Yeah.
Then you usually find that you're the band-aid. You're the band-aid for all their problems.
Yeah.
Everything that goes wrong in their life, you're the answer.
Yeah. So someone with a good relationship with their family, but not too much that they could come enmeshed in it.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So that's a green flag to look for.
That you find yourself that you're being, a modern-day Santa Claus.
Santa Claus, yeah. But now, another thing, shared political views, alignment. This is like I say.
Politics and religion.
Politics, but it's also a mental, it's not so much politics. Politics is a reflection of your personal values, the left and the right. Sorry, a lefty cannot be and a conservative would not work. Would not work. It's not a matter of who you support politically. It's because that reflects their values.
Well, it depends on how enmeshed in it that you are. It's like if it's just, okay, you look at the news now and again what things were passing by.
No, if they believe in it.
But if they're going to rallies and stuff like that, then it's a different matter.
Not so much rallies. I mean, can you imagine arguments at home over it?
Oh, yeah, okay? I certainly can.
Yeah. So you don't even have to go to rallies.
Yeah.
So there are lots of keyboard warriors and people that post messages on their social media accounts.
Again, with Charlie Kirk, that's been demonstrated a lot of nut jobs, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's a lot of nut jobs around.
People posting how they're celebrating his death.
Yeah.
Good riddance and all that sort of thing.
Mind you, there are some people in this world that pretty much, don't know if I would celebrate their death, but put it this way, I wouldn't shed any tears about it.
I understand.
Yeah. So there's a lot of people that I would be that way afflicted too as well. You know,
but you don't
name them all. I could name quite a few.
But I guess you won't be dumb enough to post on social media that you're gleeful about them dying.
Post anything
but it's also in very bad taste to do so.
Yeah, of course. And
to gloat the
thing is that where's your humanity in all of this? Where's the humanity? That's what we've got to look at. Where is it?
To be gleeful over someone's death.
You know, and it's just ridiculous. And you know what's worse? Is just like, okay, I understand that you've got some vitriol, that your thing's against this person. He's really rattled your cage. You've pulled your feathers or whatever it is. Out of the top 5 worst things that he said that really rattled your cage, just give me the top 1 or 2.
They can't
what's the top worst one that this person's really said, and it really affects you? What's the worst one? And they can't really say it. You see.
Yeah. So that's hard for them. But look, the thing is, it's not just a matter of what you discuss. For example, if someone's on the left, very much on the left, they unlikely say to want children. They believe in abortion, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
You know, or if you do have children, how are they going to raise their child and saying, oh, it don't matter, you're not a boy or a girl, you can choose what you want to be later.
Yeah.
You know, things like that.
They seem to have these the agendas.
Yeah, agendas. So they're getting influenced by that side. And
how could How could you be so influenced by some of these crazy notions?
Well, to them, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
So what about the other parent, the conservative parent then? That you have constant arguments. So even something that's simple, how to raise your child.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, look what happens if somebody believes in vaccines and somebody doesn't.
Yeah.
In the family.
That could cause so much. And it comes to, leaning beliefs, left or right, as well. It's a lot of things. So if your politics, your view does not align, then forget it. So you can see Charlie Kirk and his wife.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're both conservatives, but
they were both on the same. Yeah,
and it works very well.
Yeah, it works very well.
So
yeah, right.
If
they're on if one's one side and the other's the other side, then you can't serve God and Mammon or something like that at the same time.
So it affects a lot of things. Even relationships with your family, the rest of your family, your parents as well.
Definitely.
The left will say, why do you have to be
a lot of families have separated because of that.
No, but I'm just saying, as practical as a husband and wife, and one's left and one's right, one's conservative, then, how you treat each other's in-laws. The left progressive might say, why do we have to visit your parents? We're growing up, we're gone out, their time's over, or whatever. Then that creates another argument.
Yeah.
So, it should align. You need to have it aligned. Your values, your political, and also your values have to align.
Yeah.
Because it reflects your worldview on things.
Yeah.
And, another thing is a willingness to serve and give and not just take. That's a green flag.
To give, serve, and not just take.
To give and serve and just not take. Yeah, basically, if someone is not just a taker, they're also a giver. They understand. And in any relationship, if it's just someone just taking from you, how long can you take that for?
It's
how long
all for me and none for thee.
Yeah. You'll be gone. Whereas you can't stand it because you're being taken advantage of.
Yeah.
The other person's not giving anything back.
Yeah. Well, there has to be the expression.
But if they did give something back, you don't mind giving. That's natural. It's in human nature.
Yeah.
So if your partner, if you've observed that they give back, then that's a great sign. Okay? And practical of that is not just speaking, it's saying, if you've done something for them, they understand it. Later, they do something else for you back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Like even say something as simple as, your birthday, or your partner's birthday, you're in a financially better position, so you pay, give her or him a big party, because you can afford it. Then it comes around to your birthday. They're not as well off as you are, so should they be able to use that excuse not to do anything for you? Oh, I can't afford to hire the whole room in the hotel for a party. So sorry, that's it. So, but they can still do. Yeah, they can still cook. They can still do other things that doesn't require the money.
They could bring forth a level of creative expression.
Creativity expression. That's giving back. Not just taking.
Or at least making the attempt to
take. Yeah, because that shows the intention and their heart. What's in their heart.
Yeah.
So okay, so. That's all the green flags, and so we'll go to...
That's all the green flags?
Well, green flags so far.
So far.
Okay, so far.
Phew.
So, alignment. So what we'll do, we'll go to some music, and we'll be right back. We're going to dive into the red flags.
The red flags. Oh, there's so many of them.
Yeah, they are. There is. And now we've gone through the green flags, we need to go through the red flags that cannot be ignored.
Dun, dun, dun.
So the first thing, I think that is an absolute no-no for anyone. Like do not touch these people.
Do not.
The ones that are self-absorbed. That's always a me, me, me. Basically selfish people.
Like a radio announcer, you mean? Only joking.
So self-absorption. So yeah, those that are basically selfish people, and we don't like them in society anyway. Selfish people, and if you look around, even with friends, I mean, the selfish ones, you don't keep them, do you? You don't really keep friends that are selfish.
First out the taxi, last in the pub, or something.
Yeah, so if you wouldn't have those people as friends, why would you have them as your partner? It's even closer. So they are gone. Okay, those people. Now, second one is poor money habits.
Poor money habits.
Yeah, we went through about money, the importance of it, people with financial responsibility. Look, people that are financially irresponsible, they have bad habits, money habits, are like, they have debt, gambling, or living beyond their means. Those type of people that are always the borrower type of person. And it's very, you can't live with a gambler. Once they gamble, because there's no future. I mean, how many times you open your purse or your wallet and your money's just gone?
Doesn't matter how much you've got.
Doesn't matter how much.
There's a risk that it can all be gone.
All be gone. Everything you built.
And if anything other than that, all you are is naive. Well, not all you are, but largely. Gambling is, it's very hard for a relationship once someone is a gambler.
You cannot.
Unless both of them are.
Then there's no money around for anything.
But at least they can, can wallow in each other's misery. They can console each other, isn't that what a lot of relationships is about?
Oh, we can win next time.
Yeah, there, love. You nearly got all them spins. It nearly all them ducks nearly went in a row.
We just need to find
you're just quackers.
Find some more money and try again.
Yeah.
Yes,
so
those
happen.
people, those that happen. And people living beyond their means as well. Live for the future. Basically, everything they do is to give them the life that they want. They spend all the money they want to give them the life that they want. And that means if you're financially responsible, guess what's going to happen? Everything you work and you give up, you don't buy, you don't do anything because they need
12-hour days for you.
Yeah, it's not going to be enough. And I'll tell you, there is a story of a man that married a borrower. They were always under constant financial stress.
Is that right?
Yeah, their credit cards were always max because.
Are you sure there was a story like that?
You mean? Am I sure that person's real?
I'm only joking.
Yes.
It sounds like it's a rarity.
I tell you.
It's quite common.
So he'll come home and announce he'd be happy. I paid off the last of our credit card. Hearing that, that's good. The next day, she'll come home with all these catalogs and all on holidays and trips they can go to now that they've got clean credit cards. They can use it. I said, so yeah. So you're always under constant financial stress, and it's horrible financial stress and what? Look, we are in a cost of living crisis, and we're all feeling it. How difficult it is. Imagine if your partner compounded that stress.
Yeah, comes home with a new handbag, or like $3,000 or whatever.
Handbag, or booked another holiday for you two.
Yeah.
To go, thinking, okay, it'd be nice if we isn't that nice if we need to deserve a trip away and so forth. The Maldives
I just had to buy these shoes because they were 50% on special. Oh, that's great!
It's only
how much were they?
$1,000.
Yeah, they were normally 1,000. They're just 500 now. I says, God, you can get them at the markets.
Or that thing about
$20
about the Birkin handbags and designer handbags now. They're all made in China.
They're all made in the same place.
They're all made. But yes, very difficult to live with being with someone that lives beyond their means. And it's not just women that do it; men do it too.
Well, yeah, they buy the brands, isn't it? Why?
No.
Why? Is it because they want people to notice? Isn't it?
No, it's not that. You know what really sucks money? It's besides gambling, it's holidays. Because you end up having nothing to show for it. True? It's experiences. But she's just about, just think, we've got all these memories. But when you've got nothing in the end, those memories become very bitter.
Yeah, true, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why did I do it?
Why did you do it? Those memories, and you look back and you basically resent it.
Yeah, but there again, you've got to live life, isn't it? I mean,
within your means.
You resent it when life passes you by and you haven't done anything, gone anywhere. All the hopes, dreams, plans of this great life and wonderment has sort of gone down the gurgler.
But you pay the penalty for it as well, don't you? If you cannot afford it, and you still go.
The fool jumps in where the wise man dares to tread, and yet he who hesitates has lost. Oh, what a parody! What a quandary!
And all right, next red flag is disrespecting others. Especially like say towards parents.
Yeah.
Service or anyone that seems beneath them. That sort of thing, those tougher people, you know what I'm talking about. It's one thing, imagine if they disrespected their own parents, you say, they have no, how do I say this? Is someone like that someone you should be having a family with?
Well.
And then that means they disrespect your parents, and that means it's not off the table that later they'll disrespect you. If they can do that to their own parents.
Your turn is next.
Yeah, why wouldn't they do that with you? And also, you see in restaurants or, some really bad people come up all arrogant and they basically treat, waiters and things terribly because you're there to service me kind of thing, that type of attitude.
Well, apparently Henry Ford used to go and have big high executive things at restaurants when he was hiring people.
Yeah.
And he would go down to the last few who was going to get the job or whatever. He would go to a restaurant and try them out.
What do you mean?
And you know what he was? His biggest number one tell was how they treated the waiter.
Oh,
if they just didn't ignore them or says put that there or whatever, and then treated them like they were beneath them.
Yeah.
You never hired them.
Yeah. With good reason.
But it was the one who
had humility and respect.
Yeah, and and interacted with the waiter.
Yeah, so those are the people that it's
Well, you can break a morale, couldn't you? In an organization, if you've got somebody that looks like they're Humpty Dumpty, who's sat on the wall, and then everybody else is beneath them.
Yeah.
It can break a morale, can't it?
Yeah.
It's like what you want is somebody who's in the team.
Yeah.
It's like a team player or whatever. So anyhow, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so someone that would
Well, apparently Elon Musk used to sleep in the office. So he would be on the floor 18 hours a day or whatever. And they would sleep a few hours in the office and people would see, he's doing it hard.
Yeah.
Then he's a part of the team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the workers feel a lot better.
They're inspired.
They're inspired.
What do you call it?
Even the boss,
rallying the troops.
Rallying the troops. It's just like the generals sleeping amongst the soldiers.
Yeah.
You know, and those people earn a lot of respect.
Yeah,
you know?
100%.
Okay, and another red flag is a love bombing early on and then withdrawing.
What's that?
So that means they give up a lot of affection in the initial stages and then they stop doing it.
Feifei le pure. Je t'aime, chérie.
Why? Because that's a sign of they were faking it.
Here today, gone tomorrow.
Yeah, because like I say, you can't keep up behaviour that's not normal to you or that you don't naturally want to do.
Yeah, some people just want more and more numbers. They want the numbers, body counts. I don't know what it is, but yeah.
Okay, and then and also inconsistent stories or evasive answers. So if you ask to tell them about their background and later it kind of like something else, it means that they're lying and then they were putting on a mask. So when you lie, and a lot of times people forget what they said before because it's not the truth. So it's inconsistent stories and it give evasive answers, like they don't really want to answer it. And there's normally a reason why, because the truth is not desirable, doesn't sound good, and if they lie of that, then they, like I say, they might forget what they said, so they try not to say it to answer. So those are the really bad
telltale signs.
Red flags, telltale signs. Now, we'll come to a big topic.
A big topic?
When should
Even bigger?
Even bigger is when should you have sex? That is the big question.
Dun, dun, dun.
You know, a lot of men nowadays thinking, if they paid for the date, then by all rights they're entitled to have sex. You know, there are people like that, and I've read comments where men have said, if there's no sex after the third date, I'll be livid. No sex after the third date.
Yeah.
Really, if a woman's willing to have sex with you just on the drop of a hat like that, well, would it also mean that she'll do that with other people?
Oh, no, I don't think that's possible.
No, that's not possible? Yeah.
No.
That's what I say. The wife material gets overlooked because why? Normally, you want your wife. You don't want your wife to be cheating or sleeping around, do you? You don't want men do not want to marry women that sleep around.
You don't want to share your pajamas.
Yeah. So if this woman doesn't sleep around, well, she's not going to sleep with you. It makes sense, but the men they say, she doesn't sleep with it. No, go. And then she tries to find the wife. You've got to be one woman there, or she marry someone that's willing to sleep with him on the first go, and then find out, and then be unhappy when she's off doing it after you marry her with other people.
Just with other people, like that,
Well, you knew beforehand.
Yeah.
So
morals is a very big thing. If you're if you're going to spend a life with somebody, you've got to build a trust.
Yeah.
You've got to have a trust relationship with that person. And you can go a long way down the line and build something together, and it could be gone with one silly mistake, infidelity, some form of wandering lust, whatever.
So,
but a lot of that's in the character as well, isn't it? I mean, we all know we've all seen what happens when people drink too much alcohol or whatever, and things can happen like that. So, while you're dating, a red flag would be what they're drinking, how they are when they're drinking, do they drink in excess, are they, what are they like when they do go out, and then do they look at other guys or look at whatever? There's all these signs, isn't there?
Yeah.
There's a lot of signs around.
Yeah, a lot of signs around that. And also, look, if you have sex early, it actually blinds you to the red flags. You don't tend to notice all the bad things. Yeah, so that's the thing.
Lost
it's also
in the swoon.
Yeah, so basically able to keep your head clear. Like, don't go there yet.
Yeah.
Until you're actually sure. Otherwise, then you look at that person through rose-colored glasses.
Yeah.
You don't see the truth.
Don't see it.
Yeah, you don't notice because you're already in lust. Yeah. all the other red flags and all the things that are wrong.
Yeah.
And
so
also,
you miss it. That's a
miss it.
really good point, isn't it?
You miss it.
I don't know how many other people sort of bring that up. But
Yes.
it's the rose-colored glasses moment, isn't it? I mean,
is.
a lot of people bring that up, but I mean, in that mode of it, yeah, where we get beguiled easily.
So, yeah, and that's why you should spend time getting to know that person first.
Getting to know you.
Getting to know all about you. So you wait until there's trust and you know you've got shared values and direction, like you've got goals. Your matching of those things are clear. Really. You know, that's a sort of thing. I mean, like, sex should confirm intimacy, not create a false attachment. So it should be, you know, basically confirming that it's part of it. Look, in terms of our marriage, sex is only a small part of it. There's many other things that are important. Especially
when you come home exhausted. I mean, hello.
Yeah.
And for the most part, you know, it's a self-gratifying attribute. It's really meant to be intimacy.
Intimacy, yes.
Intimacy, seeing deep into the soul of someone else, deep into their being, becoming one.
Yeah.
You know, the two people seem to be like the one person. But well, I wouldn't say just nowadays. I suppose it's been going for a long time, but it seems more like some form of, you know, self-gratifying. You know, it's like you're using someone else's flesh for your own gratification, like some love mannequin. You know, for the most part, there's no deep looking, penetrating into the eye of another person, touching another person on an intimate level, as much as what it is of, you know, just being self-absorbed in some form of orgasmical release. Yeah? And why? Is because we're so stressed out. We're all so wound up in this place that we need this form of hug.
But this is the thing, though. Men, as you said, men dabble in love, looking for sex.
Yeah, and women dabble in sex looking for love.
You know, but they really, I mean, sex should confirm intimacy. Like, you've already got intimacy, okay, we're getting to know each other and you've aligned and you get along so well. There's that intimacy already, and the sex is just the physical act to confirm it. It's a shared thing. So without that getting along,
well, I'm glad
naturally,
it's a shared thing. I'm glad it's a
without that mental and emotional intimacy, then the sex just creates that false attachment. You're with a person, we're intimate, we had sex, no, you're a couple, but you're not really.
Yeah, it's just a stress release for the most part, isn't it?
So it's a physical act rather than an emotional thing.
Rather than an emotional connection.
So, you know, don't let
And we're really seeking that connection. We're seeking to be loved. We're longing to be loved. We look at our phones and check the latest whatever. We're seeing who loves us. Are we loved?
How many likes do you have?
How
to
many
post?
likes? Does anybody like me? Does anybody love me out there? You know, that's what it's really communicating for the most part.
And another thing, look, don't let your partner, who you're dating, the pressure from your partner dictate when you decide to have sex as well. You should not be pressured, okay, or feel pressured. And now the big question I guess you all want to know is, well, get to it. Just say, when should you do it? I said, look, he should
never do it before 20 minutes, you know.
Yeah. 20 minutes after you meet someone,
Yeah, never do it before that.
Well, there you go for everyone. That's from advice from Bluey. Not within the first 20 minutes of meeting someone. Really, look, it's a timeline.
Only joking.
Yeah. If you take an account of everything that we've just went through,
you'd run away. You wouldn't even do it at all.
Okay, though I know that timelines are different for everyone then to achieve that sort of thing, you know, trust, shared values and, you know, mutual direction is clear. But I'll say Even without that, I'll say give it at least 3 months from when you start dating. Mm-hmm. And I know men would not be happy with that, but just think, you don't want to be clouded, your judgment clouded by the sex, do you? And not see the other flaws, and then you end up hooking up with the wrong person. How many men get done over by that?
That's a very, very good point.
Yeah.
So, like, be cautious.
Be cautious. Be very cautious.
Because you could get hoodwinked.
Yeah. So, on that, we'll go to some music and we'll be right back with more. And on the dating stage, red and green flags, and how you can check whether or not they are the right one for you. So, next thing you need to test for is if they are real. How can you test whether or not?
Yeah, what you do is you squish them. You grab them by the arm and you see if the blood is warm. Yeah. Because it could be robots these days. You never know.
You never know.
You don't want to be marrying them robots.
Or it's a silicon skin.
You got to check if they're real or not. You got to shake them around and see if any parts fall off. If they do, they're not real.
So you have to check whether or not they really are who they present themselves to be, or if it's a mask that they've put on just to make you happy and make this relationship work so that eventually you would propose or marry. So, just think about observing them in practice. I mean, think about what they say and whether or not they can do it or they do it. A common thing is, if you, like I say, if you are going to expect, for a man, if you're going to expect the woman you marry or your wife that is going to be doing the cooking, then you need to check that she can cook and she loves cooking. Otherwise, like I said, later you can't complain that, she never cooked. Whole time we were married, she never cooked. You can't say that. Okay, because your fault you didn't check beforehand. So how can you check whether or not she can cook? And especially if she's going to say she wants to be a traditional wife and for you go out to work and, this is something that's actually almost a holy grail in marriage now, that the couple can afford for the wife not to work. I'm saying, but if you are financially able to and she says that she wants to be the traditional wife, let's see if she can cook, because part of that is cooking. Because if she's at home, she's not working, of course you got to cook.
And there's one thing about cooking and other things about just eating, because if you really cook, it does take time.
It does take time.
You got to go and buy the ingredients. You've got to wash them. You got to prepare,
cook, and then clean up afterwards.
It's not just buying something from a freezer out of a supermarket.
It's not TV dinners, not in the microwave.
That's right.
Yeah, we're talking about cooking from scratch.
Yeah,
especially
and it's time consuming.
It's time consuming, but if she's not working, there's no excuse not to. Because, as I say, home-cooked meals are far more nutritious, better for you.
So much better.
So much better. By and large, all the processed food, including...
It's all crap.
Not only that, because they're commercial, they have to have preservatives and emulsifiers and all that stuff that you would not put in your own cooking. Yeah. Would you?
No.
But it's required on commercially prepared food.
Because it could be in there for months.
Yeah. And about takeaways, the main goal is to make the food delicious so you come back, but it doesn't mean that,
it's the lowest quality ingredients you can get.
Because it's a business. They need to make money from it.
Yeah. And they use the seed oils.
And all that.
Yeah.
Because it's cheaper and they're not going to give you organic stuff.
No.
Even if you go fine dining, they don't. It might be more expensive ingredients, but it doesn't mean that they... that it's organic, and doesn't mean that they wash the vegetables. Like I say, professional chefs are probably the dirtiest. They don't wash. That's why I don't notice. Just think of all the pesticides that's still on there, or people have been grabbing them with their hands. If you go to a greengrocer or even the supermarket stage, people grab stuff, produce, and then put it back. And if you don't wash it, that's all the stuff you're taking in.
You don't know where they've been.
But anyway... So if that person professes that they love cooking and all that, invite them to cook you a meal.
Oh.
And see if they can do it. So when you ask them to do it, watch their expression first. It's a gleeful and say yeah, or it's a then you know that they've been BS. Okay, it's been BS, or they kind of like then recover. Say yes, I would love it.
Or watch them cook.
Yeah, that's the other thing. When they do the cooks, they say
they might have just hired someone for the afternoon.
You watch them cook. You actually watch them cook. If it's date or whatever, arrive early and see if they are the one cooking first of all.
Yeah.
Whether or not they know how to cook, or in this day and age, look, there's YouTube. All these recipes and everything.
It's pretty easy, isn't it?
Pretty easy.
You just follow what they do.
But you watch and see if they're actually following just the YouTube. That means that they don't really know how to cook.
If they're picking up the bottle and reading the instructions about how much to put, then they haven't used it before.
Yeah, they haven't used it before. They're not used to it. And watch them. If there's someone's not used to cooking, it's very stressful for them. And you can watch them, see their behavior. If they're used to doing it, then it's easy. You can watch them. No stress.
They've got a procedure
already. They've got a procedure already. And watch them. It's not just some boiled up spaghetti or pasta with bottle sauce poured over it. That's not cooking. You cannot be impressed with that.
No.
Or they say, they grab something out of the freezer and heat it up for you.
Ping.
Ding, yeah, watch them. Or it's just say something like a chicken schnitzel. They go and buy a ready-made chicken schnitzel from the deli and just fry it up.
Put it in the frying pan.
Yeah, frying pan.
Cook that up.
Yeah, cook that up. Yeah. I mean, it's not that hard.
They didn't batter the chicken.
They didn't crumb the chicken.
Didn't crumb
the chicken on their own. I mean, it's not that hard to do.
Yeah.
It's effort, but if they can't be bothered to do that, know.
It's not cooking.
Yeah, that's not cooking.
No.
And then,
You're just
the meal.
reheating. That's all you're doing.
And the meal, and then you can critique. And then after you eat it, you can tell. Yeah.
Definitely, you can tell. Definitely.
Yeah. So do that. And look, if they say they're financially stable, they're financially responsible and all that, observe their spending habits. Even go shopping. Watch and see whether or not they check the price of things when they pick it up. That is a big telltale sign. Okay, it's actually out of habit, and if people forget, you say if they're faking it, they tend to forget to do that, and so
you've also got to watch the frugal ones as well. If they're
too much,
if
it's
they're
misery.
over frugal, it's misery. Yeah.
So some things, and also the type of things that they actually buy. Whether it's considered,
is it quality or is it cheap crap that you'll throw away?
Look, there's a thing.
Do you buy things that you probably never use again, or do you only buy something that has has to have a double purpose? Otherwise, you wouldn't buy it.
Look, there's one thing. It's you've heard of Shein, right? Or those fast fashion. That's really really cheap. Shein is in China. They churn out so much. And people order it because it's so cheap, like a dress for under like $20, things like that. And so these girls, they order lots of stuff from them.
What about handbags?
And then not necessarily wear all that, and also handbags. But one thing, like I say, ones like that where even though it's cheap or the items are cheap, it's waste of money because a lot of the times they don't even wear it.
You don't even wear it.
Yeah. Versus the woman that says buys a silk dress. Yes, it's very expensive. You can see it, but you have to consider when she wears it, it really suits her, and how much of it that she's got. Some people have a few very good stuff, but not much, but very good quality.
Yeah,
and that's making the money worth it.
Have a few really good things that will last for years. Take care of them.
That sort of thing. So even though the expenditure
every woman needs
good,
a good dress.
Yeah, it is a good dress, but not necessarily a $90,000 handbag.
Yeah.
So that's Birkin.
That's what some of them are, isn't it? It's so weird.
So and you can say, look, there's some girls that.
Does it have a motor with it?
They scrimp on things.
Does it lift you off in the air?
They don't.
Does it lift you up, project you?
But
forward?
They scrimp on themselves. They might be eating 2-minute noodles just to save up and buy a handbag.
Goodness
gracious. Okay, so you can see what their priorities are. image over even personal health. Do you really want someone like that?
And the image is mostly for other women because guys wouldn't even have a clue.
Yeah.
For most of them.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, some might, but most wouldn't have a clue. And they wouldn't be able to, most guys wouldn't be able to tell if it was a fakie or if it was a real one.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have a clue. And in fact, a lot of these handbags would scare a lot of men away.
Yeah. That's why I say...
Because it's like, oh, she's going to want me to buy them.
That's what, and that's why I say...
And she'll probably want about 5 of them.
A handbag test. Just ask her about what... Because every woman has a special relationship with her handbag. So you can tell by just compare the type of handbag she has in relation to what her income level is. Then you know.
Yeah.
So straight away, I mean, do you want to go there? That's priorities. Handbag test is what. And I think, look, if they claim that family is important to them, they want to get married, have a family, and, you know, they've all been close to their family, to see how they talk about or treat their own family. Someone you're going to have a family with, how do they treat their own family?
Yeah, you've got to observe a lot of that.
How they interact with their family. They talk shit about them or saying they help their family. Or look,
talk behind the back.
People complain about their family all the time. You know, they say unhappy or they did this, but they still talk to them. Yeah. They still meet their moral obligations regarding their family. Yeah. Yeah. So that's what I was saying about talking shit, because everyone complains about their family one way or another. So it's nothing new. And so look, you look for patterns. Do their habits line up with their claims? Really look at it and test their patience. Do they respect no, or do they push until they get their own way? You know,
it's a very good point.
That's also very important. So
another one is how quick do they fly off the handle?
They lose their temper.
Are they quick to anger, or are they sort of timid, or are they not quick enough to anger? Perhaps.
So the
can you push right over them and they don't react or whatever? I don't know.
Look, this is the thing with very agreeable people. Women are usually more
if you're looking to have children with someone in the future, shouldn't you see how she is around children that are unruly or whatever? Yeah. Can she keep her cool, or does she lose it?
Yeah. Does she have a nurturing does she have nurturing qualities? This is more the woman, because she's raising the children with them babies, you know. Does she have the nurturing in nature? Yeah. Okay. And does he have patience with children?
Yeah. And also, how distracted are they with the mobile phone?
Yeah.
Are they completely gone with it? You can see mothers now with a lot of the times pushing prams across the road with another one in the hand, doing a text message at the same time.
Oh, God.
And not even paying attention to if all the cars are going to stop in time. Yeah. It's only because this little green man came up. It's time to walk now.
It's time to walk now. Snap out of it.
They're completely entranced in that screen. And it's sort of like, okay, if you're walking by yourself and if you get yourself into trouble, so what? Well, that's bad enough. But if you got children, you need to be observant. You need to be paying attention.
Yeah, you do.
And so that's another thing, is that are they self-observed on their phones? You know? Yeah. And so if you go out for dinner, are they just like looking at their phones and who's pinging them? And then you just sort of get an odd glance here and there or whatever.
Yeah.
Because if that's the beginning, what's it going to be like later on?
All right, and I'll go on to, like I say, Richard again, money, family, and politics. Look, with money, can you talk openly about money? Or is it like a dirty word? Why is it a dirty word? Because money is not important, you know, the feelings are and whatever. That means they're not in the real world. Okay, I mean, do they budget? Are they generous with themselves? Like, generous, there's two types of people. People that are generous on themselves and tight with everyone else. They say, why should I spend money on anyone else? Why should someone else enjoy it, not me, kind of thing. And those that are actually tight with themselves but generous with others, they get the joy from that. And the latter is actually more enjoyable to be around for obvious reasons than the former.
Yeah.
So, you know, but the thing is, generally, people that are tight with money are tight with their affection, with their heart as well. So it almost aligns. It's almost like a good indicator. Yeah. So are they generous with others, with their things? Do a reasonable thing, like not give everything away so they'll be liked by the world. I know there are people like that. Enough giving everything away, you know, because you need money to survive on. If they give away willy-nilly to to everyone else, that's less money for you as a couple, for your marriage, and to build on. What do you live on?
Yeah.
That means you have to go out and work extra hard. Otherwise, how are you going to finance? Because it's expenses. Okay, and family, are they close or do they avoid them entirely? I mean, do you like how they interact with their family members? You can watch them, you know.
Of course.
Yeah.
Is there hostility? Is it open? Is it humorous? Are they giving, sharing?
Yeah.
Do they have a laugh?
Because that's how you learn habits from their family, and they're thinking that's how your families interact with each other. Well, if you're going to be with each other, you basically are a family.
Yeah, extended family member.
And look, politics and values, I mean, alignment does matter. You need to align, alignment, you know, a progressive and a conservative, forget it. If you're conservative, you need to be with another conservative. If you're progressive, you need to be with another left-wing progressive.
Yep.
Otherwise, you know, because it reflects deeper values, you know, values about faith, gender, marriage, and the future.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not about who you vote for. Who you vote for is an indication of your values, your personal values, see? And that's what I say. You have to match on your personal values. And why.
Is it the same with footy teams?
Footy teams?
If one supports one team and the other one supports another one?
I haven't heard about anyone getting divorced over, you know, supporting different teams. They don't really find
it values. Can be, well, a lot of the times political world can be like they're supporting a football team, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's almost like they're in that mode of doesn't matter what they do or say, they can't do any wrong.
Yeah. So really, don't just ask about what they believe. I mean, listen to them, what they say, but watch how they live those beliefs out.
Yeah.
That you see whether or not what they're presenting is a mask or it's the real them.
Yeah.
Okay. So on that, we'll go to some music and we'll be right back.
Good advice.
And hopefully, if you pick the right partner, you can have a great marriage as well. It all depends, like I say, on the right partner. And how do you know if you've got the right partner? Well, you've got to do the assessment during the dating stage, don't you? As I say. And what's difficult in the dating stage is people put their best foot forwards, and sometimes I even put a mask on. So you do not know if that's really the real person. Like how many men have complained and that said, you know, it was great before we married, but as soon as we married, she changed. I don't know what happened. She changed. Well, I'm going to tell you what happened. She just went back to being herself. She finally put on the mask. She got the deal done. Yeah, she put the mask on.
She got the deal done, got the contract signed.
So you get the contract signed, and once it's this, she can relax and say, I don't have to do that anymore. And go back to being herself. So she just went back to being herself. She changed the beginning to make it work with you. She's just gone back to herself.
Can you claim for a refund?
Well,
can you trade them in for a new model?
Well, men have been doing that. So well, it's critical.
It's not so easy anymore because of all the baggage that comes with that. Divorce lawyers is one.
So that's why we have to get the right partner in the first place.
Avoid the divorce lawyer.
Yes.
Avoid.
So in summary, during when you're dating, green flags to look for is consistency between words and actions, respecting your boundaries, financial responsibility without being miserable, You know, they've got good relationship with their family, and look how they speak with each other. I mean, and your political views align because your political views reflect your values, and your values need to match. You know, and someone that is not selfish, someone that also gives, not just takes, because you cannot be with someone that just takes from you. You know, they're a leech. In other words, it's a leech. And after a while, well, firstly, how is your life, personal life, going to be when someone just keep leeching off you? And so you have to leave. And so, red flags. You cannot absorb someone that's selfish. Or they have poor money habits and disrespecting people that are beneath them. So those people are very arrogant. I'm a somebody, you're a nobody.
Yeah.
You know, you serve me. Kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm the VIP.
So if they are like that to other people, imagine what they'll be like to you. It's nice to you now.
5 years' time.
5 year time. Or if, say, something happens, you lose your job or your business goes down.
Or you feel sick,
or you sick and
something happens, car crash, break your leg, whatever. Hey, all of that.
You're now a burden. You're now...
you're burdensome.
Burdensome. Now they will disrespect you.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, and then, you know, if they're inconsistent or they avoid answering or evasive answers, and also, you know, pressuring you. This is more on men, pressuring you sexually before trust and respect are built. So that means that person's just they're out there for sex. Rather this is the main thing, not even asking you about your family. It's a big thing. Don't you want to know about my family? Oh, no, we just want to know about you because they're just interested in getting into your pants. That's all. If they don't want to ask you about your family, this is the thing, you know that they're not serious.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big thing. Mm-hmm. So, you know, dating is about truth, not performance, you know. Don't be afraid to test what you've been told by them because love that can't withstand scrutiny won't withstand life.
Ooh.
So this week, ask your partner to show you the one thing that they've claimed about themselves. If they're a good cook, if they claim they're a good cook, or they love cooking, get them to cook for you. Okay? If they say they're good with money, ask them, what their plan is what their retirement plan is.
Uh-huh.
You know? Okay.
There's a hard question.
So question, they would have had a thought, if they're financially responsible, they would have already thought about that. What are they going to do for their retirement? You see, you might have the plan in place. So this is a very, very important subject, you know, assessing when you're dating.
Well, what happens, like you just said, well, if they claim to be something, get them to prove it. Yeah. But what happens if they claim to be the world's best lover?
Then it's up to you if that's the most important thing to you. Because, like I say, sex is only a small part of a marriage.
I'm only joking.
In the scheme of things, but it's good that you raised that because, like I say, you have to figure out how important that is. Because in the scheme of things, it's only a small part. Of a marriage.
Yeah, of course.
It just confirms your intimacy rather than being the thing that's centering, your relationship centering around.
Yeah.
So, we're coming towards the end of the show. Thank you very much for coming in again, Bluey. We missed you last week.
Has all that time flown by already?
Yes, it has.
My goodness gracious. And we didn't even talk about your book.
Yeah, we did. No. Yeah. So a reminder to everyone to follow me on Facebook. I have 2 Facebook pages, Miss Dragonfly, which I would post about the show and what's going to be the topic that's going to come up next. And also my other one, Make Marriage Great Again, where you can watch clips from the show. So please follow those. If you can
watch clips from the show. You can actually see what you look like.
Yes. Me in particular, not you. I know you're camera shy.
She looks better, or she looks better than what her voice sounds, perhaps.
I'm not sure how to take that.
I'm not sure how to give it either, so I'll better just be quiet.
Yeah, let me know what you think by leaving your comments on my Facebook page.
And no swearing, whatever you do.
No swearing. And if there's anything you'd like me to cover, then feel free to leave your suggestion there as well. And if I'm able to cover it, then I will. So, I'll close with...
Well, you covered a lot today.
Yeah.
What, 6, 7 different things?
But the main subject is around assessing your partners during the dating stage. Before you pop the question,
should you have them recorded? Could you ask and say, do you mind if I record this date? So that I can rewind it back and watch your body language when I ask you all these questions.
You mean a
see
video?
If you're real?
Not sure how that would go down.
One of them Google glasses or whatever.
But anyway.
Little camera in your pocket.
So I'll leave you with this. I'm Miss Dragonfly and this is the Relationship Whisperer. Let's make marriage great again by dating smart and not blind. So on that...
And what was that? Hard truths for...
For soft hearts. This is hard truths for soft hearts.
All right.
So thanks for tuning in. And don't forget to catch me same time next week. And until then, it's bye for now.